The Redskins blocked the extra point following your last touchdown. Then they use that momentum to push the ball into the red zone. Keep them from capitalizing by stopping them from scoring any points. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Smith on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Thompson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Despite the Redskins already being in field goal range, you managed to stop them from scoring. Now the playoffs are so close, you can almost taste it. After a lackluster first half, the Redskins managed to score 3 unanswered field goals and are only seconds away from destroying your dreams of making the playoffs. But if you can make this 40-yard field goal, you will push the game into overtime and keep the dream alive. And his kick is good. And that will tie the score now at 9 apiece. You did it. The field goal is good. The game is tied. We're headed to overtime. The Redskins won the toss. They will receive the kick. You must get the ball back and win the game to secure your spot in the playoffs. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. So 1st and 10 for the Redskins offense as they get ready. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First down, Vick. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And avoids the contact by sliding. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Vick operating on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's to the 10. And this results in 6. Touchdown! What an incredible win in overtime. Congratulations. You will start your postseason by taking on the Jaguars in the wild card round. See you there.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team.
The Jaguars have Josh Lambo out there to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded about a yard deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Vick will look to throw on first down. Flushed out right. Room to run past midfield. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again, Vick on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, caught by T.O. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Vick now. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Vick to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
A second down throw for Vick. Flush to his right. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Vick on second down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 6 yards away. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Leading the charge is the UCF product who hails from right there in the Orlando area in Altamont Springs, Blake Bortles.
And you can see why he was the number 3 pick when he came out in the NFL draft. 6'5", sturdy guy, strong arm, led his UCF team to a big bowl victory over Baylor, and runs the ball way better than he's ever given credit for.
And incomplete to open things up. Niles Paul, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And this one is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded just inside the 20. Fancy footwork at the 45. So a change of possession here on the punt. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Vick again. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Michael Vick with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go!
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Williams. And some room to maneuver. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll try to throw it here. Vick eluding the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Vick readies to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a 1st down. From the gun, Vick. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be taken very short. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On second down, here's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he's got Moncrief. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Bortles to the former Colt Moncrief for a Jaguar first down. Bortles now on first down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Again, it's Bortles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing is Bortles. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pressure comes. Now Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. DeMarcus Ware able to drop it for a loss of 12. And it'll be fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. So two. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not. We'll find out.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans, and Bird made a nice play.
Throwing now is Bortles. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Nifty footwork at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. A second nice move. And all the way in for the touchdown. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play. And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Again, it's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Pro Bowl end to Marcus Ware there to take him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on third down.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They run it again with Williams. And now running right through it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down, Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On third down, here's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still second down.
Quick!
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yards.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were...
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation... Somebody doesn't like someone else. There is no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went... yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On first down, Bortles. It's caught by Moncrief. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Green 80.
Bortles to throw once more. Moncrief brings it in. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Bortles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire
Hey, welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Madden Legends and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's Blair Walsh now about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Steelers, they're ready to rock on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys of over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talk to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, let's go!
First down, Vic. Now he's forced out right. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. Powerful running. And all the way down to the 35. And they rattle off a big one. 45 yards. Vic operating on first down. Dancing to his left. Spinning past him. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Partner, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue. Michael Vick has been bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job of containing his running ability.
It is so rare. They can never contain him back in the day. Remember 2006 when he set the single-season record with over 1,000 rushing yards. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal. That was second down throw for Vick. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Terrell Owens, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Madden Legends have taken the early lead.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the ref makes a call, no touchdown there. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Again, it's Vick. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Smith-Schuster now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Vic goes play action. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Vic and the offense will start 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Vic will look to throw on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Flushed out right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. Vic now. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Second down, Vic. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Play action now, Vic. And he will have a touchdown. Antonio Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they have to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
James has got it, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A 1st down throw coming for Vic. 20. That's complete to Sharp. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Flush to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Vic on 2nd down. And this will be a touchdown. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown pass of this 1st half. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with.
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
Smith-Schuster now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pushing his way inside the 40. A touchdown. Brandon Cooks as time expires in the 1st half. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Back onto the field comes the offense for the Madden Legends. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown of the night. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Well, partner, go ahead and strike up the band. Cue up the dance moves. AB is in the end zone yet again, and that's not a surprise at all. His ability to turn something into a bigger play after the catch, that run after catch, one of the things that helps separate him as one of the elite receivers in the NFL.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll go again with Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, and defensively, you've got to key in with Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL. As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger. Shedding the tackle. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Vontaze Burfict coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The 4-time Pro Bowler, Cam Chancellor. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have 2 touchdown catches.
Terrell Owens racking up catches in this contest, not uncommon from his playing days, where he listed targets in bunches.
Yeah, I know a lot of people remember, maybe not the younger crowd, but back in 2000, he had 20 in a single game against the Bears, and that's the NFL record. And here now is spin. Michael Vick, he's going to go. And this results in 6 touchdowns. Michael Vick, 77 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. And he slings one that's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter of Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Geno Atkins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. This is brought in at the 21. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. Out now come the Legends with this lead and the football. Things obviously looking good, but maybe, you know, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop the guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the 1st quarter.
They were gone in the 1st quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Oh, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0.
Hello, everybody. Coach here, welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Madden Legends and the New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's Blair Walsh now about ready to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And will take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Patriot offense set to go as they've got it 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. Able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Khalil Mack in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Play action. Now it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. 1st down, Vic. This is caught. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 27 yards. And the Madden Legends have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
To throw, Vic. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Now it's Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run with a rookie. This is Sony Michel. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll run it here. This is James White, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing is Brady on third down. This is White on the screen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Take it in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Madden legends heading back onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will have a touchdown. Antonio Brown, 71 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Now it's Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To throw on third down, Brady, and that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Pretty move. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now past another. Still fighting. A great return there of 22 yards. The Madden Legends offense trotting out again. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A second down throw for Vick. Fighting through pressure. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
They'll go option to the short side, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Hey, let's go!
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. From the gun, Vick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Now a second down throw for Vick. Flushed out right. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're... And this will be a touchdown. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Let's go!
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
So the Patriots coming out now. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way? I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On second down, here's Brady. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know, one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Brady to throw on second down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Khalil Mack in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Brady now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cam Chancellor, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Back out for their next drive. Here comes Michael Vick and the Madden Legends. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. This will be taken in at the 1. Back onto the field comes the offense for the Madden Legends. They start the second half here with Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On third down, Vick. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They try the left side here with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he will have the first down across the 20. Back now in Foxborough as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. And a short gain here down to the 22. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll run it with Williams. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Let's just give credit where it belongs. The defensive front has out-leveraged the offensive guys trying to block them. We often say low man wins in tough situations. That's exactly what's happened here. 3 straight runs, and they haven't been able to get into the end zone.
Here we go with Williams. And it's a touchdown. Ricky Williams taking it in from a yard out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
But it's absolutely not surprising to me at all to see them in the end zone yet again.
Well, you and I were looking at the rosters before the game. You got a team that's full of some of the greatest players to ever step on this field. What do we expect?
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. And when they're on top of their game, look out.
Now it's Patterson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out come the Patriots. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Brady now on first down. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And he hits his man, Matthews. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On first and 10, here's Brady. And this is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Brady going to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Khalil Mack in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight.
320, 380.
One final try now for Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Ready?